So, this is really cool. It looks like Konami put out a whole website about the Silent Hills Historical Society, which is really cool for people who are excited for the upcoming Silent Hill 2 remake that's coming out for PlayStation 5. Um, so, the beginning of the website, it just has news like August 8th, 2024, notice of temporary closure for material donations, and then June 22nd, 2024, notice of temporary suspension of job recruitment, and then December 1st, 2023, announcement special exhibition rumors of Silent Hill, scary or not so. And then October 8th, 2023, workshop on historical preservation techniques. Then they have some articles on here that are relative to what you learn when you play the game, when you play Silent Hill 2, about the history of Silent Hill, which is awesome. Because, I mean, for me personally, Silent Hill 2 was probably one of the scariest video games I ever played because I played it when it came out, so it was a lot younger back then. And I truly enjoyed it. I haven't really played any horror games that have that I felt the same way since. That game had atmosphere to it, like such a level of atmosphere to it. The feeling of being isolated in it, and all that really played so well, and they did such a great job making that series when they did. So, let's start with this article: the rise and fall of the Toluca Lake cruise business, which is something we'll also read about in the lore of the game. So it's exciting to get some pieces of that now, prior to the release of the game. So here we go: the rise and fall of the Toluca Lake cruise business. Toluca Lake, Silent Hill's largest tourism attraction, covers an estimated 60 acres. Its north shore is lined with Paleville District, and the south shore is home to the Southvale, making it a vast expanse of water. Many tourists who visit Silent Hill must have enjoyed watching the beautiful sunset over Toluca Lake during their stay. Silent Hill's tourism industry began in the early 1900s. The vacations spent along the shores of Toluca Lake were particularly popular, and at its peak, the lake was known as a picturesque destination for families and couples. You can see like really cool pictures. I'll post the website in the description of the stream once I've posted the stream. Once YouTube uploads it, which takes like a ridiculous 24 hours. I don't even know why, but that's just YouTube things right there. But they have a picture of where is it? They have a picture of Toluca Lake. It says, "Enjoy almost 60 acres of a picturesque retreat. It's the perfect romantic getaway." And then you have the Lakeside Amusement Park. Spend a magical evening with Robbie the Rabbit, Kathy the Kitty, Huey the Horse, and Dawn the Duck. Fun times await, and it's a big picture of a Ferris wheel, which is awesome. It's like a picture of a wall inside of the Silent Hill Historical Society. And then they have an image of the lighthouse. These are all like black and white images too. Take in the view, let it take their breath away. And then also, there's a picture of what looks to be a church, and it says, "Venture off the beaten path and discover the hidden gems of Silent Hill, such as the beautifully preserved Balkan Church." So that's like on the wall. Um, so yeah, however, oh wait, one second. So Silent Hill's tourism industry began in the early 1900s. The vacations spent along the shores of Toluca Lake were particularly popular, and at its peak, the lake was known as a picturesque destination for families and couples. Then they have a picture of like the Lakeview boat rentals. It's like a little advertisement. It's such a beaten down picture. It's so cool though because it's representing like what it was, and how it is now all distorted and aged, and it's definitely not what it was. So the image you see is just like faded, sun worn. It looks so decrepit now, like the advertisement that I'm talking about that they have the image of. It says Lakeview Boat Rentals, and then underneath it says spend unforgettable moments on Toluca Lake. These waters will bring you peace. Um, oh, and I think it says $15 for the day or something like that. Or no way, it's like $5 for the day back then. But anyways, interesting what it's representing because it's supposed to like you get to, and I've done this in person at state parks upstate and everything where you can rent a boat and just like row across a nice little lake or that's in the middle of the state park and hang out for a while. You get to rent the boat and do that, and then you row back to the rental station, which is a cool experience. It's really nice. It's enjoyable just to be out in nature and just enjoy yourself. And what's so unique about this picture? This is supposed to be something that's like good. You have a great time. You do it either individual, like you want solitude, you do it by yourself, or you want to do it with somebody else. You just enjoy your time and peace in nature. And to see this image of that, like an advertisement of that, all worn and sun faded, as if the memory of it is all worn and like faded out, which is like what I read from it, which is really cool. Newspaper articles from the time reflect the lake's popularity, and according to a brief history of Toluca Lake, a historical book found in our museum, boat cruises and ferries were among the lake's top attractions. And that's what it's called, a brief history of Toluca Lake. However, a shocking incident dealt a blow to this thriving tourism business. In 1918, the steamship Little Baroness mysteriously disappeared while cruising the lake. All the passengers aboard vanished without a trace. Afterward, rumors spread that anyone who ventured out onto Toluca Lake would disappear as well, causing a steady decline in the number of tourists. Steamship Little Baroness. There's an image of it. That's wild, right? It's pretty cool in my opinion, though. So that's that article. And I do remember reading that in the game from when I played it all those years ago. And now we have another article, The History of Brookhaven Hospital. The Brookhaven Hospital, located in West South Vale, is a historical medical facility. Even a glance at its exterior evokes a deep sense of history, as it has existed in some form for many years. The hospital's origins date back to the 1700s, when it was established to treat victims of a devastating epidemic. Before 1810, the area wasn't yet called Silent Hill, but it was home to another village, which was wiped out by disease. Following this, the new town of Silent Hill was established on this land. A hospital was founded in Silent Hill to treat patients affected by infectious diseases, and this institution is the forerunner of today's Brookhaven Hospital. And they have an image of an individual who underneath states, in the description it says, former director of Brookhaven Hospital. Note, the portrait of Brookhaven Hospital's founder is displayed, but the name remains unknown. Interesting. Very, very ominous. Also, as Silent Hill prospered through mining and amid the turmoil of the Civil War, Brookhaven Hospital was expanded into a 3-story state-of-the-art facility with a basement. Eventually, it became a hospital specializing in psychiatric care, playing a major role in Silent Hill's history. In the 1950s, when tourism thrived, the hospital was equipped with amenities such as pools and gardens, offering a far different image from that of a traditional isolated mental institution. Then they have a picture of the Brookhaven Hospital, a little description underneath it. I think it says Brookhaven Hospital, 1880. The hospital was built in response to a great, wow, I can't even see, I guess plague? I think that's what it says is plague. That followed a wave of immigration to the area. Originally it was little more than a shack, but has since expanded into a fully fledged medical establishment. That's what that says. Also, we have another image of a hallway. This is like an in-game image, actually. Because of its long history of treating both infectious and psychiatric patients, Brookhaven Hospital was often the subject of rumors and accusations, including claims that it was conducting unethical treatment. However, a recently discovered physician's diary found in the hospital's archives reveals a different story. The author questions the very nature of mental illness and shows a genuine dedication to understanding the minds of the patients, which is very important. But see, the thing is, the way people are, this is outside of the game, but just in general, civilization in general right now, people are very standoffish about things like that. There's a term called NIMBY, and what that stands for is not in my backyard, and that's a thing that it's almost like a complex that people have where they don't want to be around something like that, like funeral homes or like a psychiatric ward. They don't want to be anywhere near it because of the stigma attached to people with mental illness and all that kind of unfortunate, you know what I mean? Whereas people would rather just not be educated and understand what's going on. They'd rather be uninformed and act like it's some kind of haunted house. You know what I mean? Where the deranged go to take their medicine. You know what I mean? Society's outcasts have to go there. We can't be bothered with that. You know what I mean? That's society's general sentiment, unfortunately. Not everybody, but and not as much now, but definitely back then it was a huge thing, unfortunately. And that's where rumors like that thrive, unfortunately. That's people like that come up with that kind of stuff. So that was those articles. And that was the homepage. Let's go to the about. Here we have a message from the director. All right. The Silent Hill Historical Society is an organization dedicated to preserving the rich history and culture of Silent Hill and its surrounding areas for future generations. Founded in 2004 by a small group of former staff members and inheriting the name of the now defunct local museum, our predecessor was the Silent Hill Historical Archive Project. For over 20 years, we have contributed to the preservation of the history of Silent Hill. The museum's purpose is to collect, digitize, and make available as an online archive the various historical artifacts related to the Silent Hill so that everyone has access to these resources. William S. Laver, director. And then we have an image of the founders of the old Silent Hill Historical Society. That's pretty cool. Now it says click here for information on our activities. So let's read about that. Activities, collection and preservation. We collect a wide range of artifacts related to Silent Hill, including documents, photos, maps, paintings, and video recordings. Collected artifacts are digitized properly, classified, and preserved with the cooperation of experts. Digital archive. We provide access to collected artifacts through an online archive, allowing people around the world to access them anytime. In addition to artifacts related to the history and culture of the Silent Hill area, we also publish a variety of featured articles, educational and outreach activities. We collaborate with schools and local communities to promote historical and cultural awareness. We also actively offer opportunities to deepen understanding of the local history and culture through lectures and workshops, which is pretty cool. It's always good to get an education. All right, the next link we have is material preservation activities. All right, preservation activities. Our preservation activities are aimed at safeguarding historical artifacts related to Silent Hill and passing them on to future generations. This work is conducted with the cooperation of researchers and local residents, ensuring that future generations remain interested in the history of the area. We are committed to preventing the deterioration of valuable cultural assets and historical records, ensuring their survival for the future. Requests for artifact donations. The Silent Hills Historical Society is urgently seeking donations of local artifacts necessary for research on the Silent Hill area. We are particularly looking for the following items. Silent Hill tourism pamphlets published in the 1960s. Please check the code, 6 digits beginning with 2 letters, printed on the pamphlet, starting with NM, starting with VH, and starting with MH. If you are in possession of a pamphlet with any of these codes, please contact us via the artifact donation form at the top of this page. And then you can even registration of donation material and see what that does. Oh, so that URL is no longer in existence. That's interesting. Here we go with collected data. Silent Hill timeline. Reflecting on Silent Hill's history reveals that the town has overcome many hardships to become the Silent Hill as we know it. Let's look back from the 16th century when the village that became its roots existed up to the unforgettable events of 1990. Pre-16th century. The local indigenous peoples began using the area as a place of worship for their native faiths. Topic. The place had no name at this point and was referred to as the place of the silent spirits. So then it goes on to talk about the 16th to 18th century. Settlers began arriving. A majority of the residents were lost to a devastating epidemic. The settlement was soon abandoned, and then around 1810, the town was revived and became known as Silent Hill. Silent Hill Prison is constructed. The Brookhaven Hospital was established to combat a spreading epidemic. Around 1820, the painter Alan Smith created a waterfront landscape, a painting featuring Silent Hill. Around 1840, Silent Hill Prison was closed. Around 1850, coal was discovered at the Wilts coal mine, greatly boosting the town's economy. 1861, the Civil War broke out. Edward Chester and his son Patrick joined the war effort. 1862, Toluca Prison Camp was established to house prisoners of war during the Civil War. 1866, with the end of the Civil War, Toluca Prison Camp was renamed to Toluca Prison. 1890, a series of disappearances occurred in Silent Hill, and in the 1900s, a flood hit Silent Hill and Toluca Lake, leading to the spread of disease. Many prisoners died as a result, leading to the closure of Toluca Prison. A new institution, the Silent Hill Historical Society, was established on the grounds of the former prison. Topic. The founding of the Silent Hill Historical Society may have been driven by the desire to prevent future generations from forgetting this tragic history. Silent Hill becomes a sightseeing area. 1918. The tourist boat Little Baroness mysteriously disappeared on Toluca Lake. 1938. A ghostly unmanned boat was found adrift on the lake. A group of high school students rowing on the lake at the same time also went missing. 1960s. The mayor of Silent Hill and multiple figures involved in tourism industry died unexpectedly, one after the other. And then 1993, members of a college occult club discovered the Little Baroness drifting on Toluca Lake. And then 1990s, Walter Sullivan commits a streak of murders. Topic. The Walter Sullivan case continued into the 2000s, resulting in numerous victims. Sullivan was eventually arrested, but the case was closed when he committed suicide in his jail cell. So interesting. That was cool, though, that little timeline. Then we can even look at a map of Southville, part of Silent Hill. That's literally the map you start the game off with, and these are all little maps that you got throughout the more you progress in the game. In the original Silent Hill, that's awesome. Also, these maps of Southville area were actually published in the Silent Hill Pocket Map series. Due to its portability, a pocket map is also unique in that it introduces the Southville area on 2 maps, one for east and one for west. Then there's a feature article, The History of Silent Hill. The History of Brookhaven Hospital. Pretty sure I read that already. Yeah. Interesting, all these little articles kind of loop around each other. Silent Hill in the Mines, we didn't read about that yet. The rise of Silent Hill as a resort town can be attributed to the discovery of the Wilts mine in 1850, which played a key role in the town's development. Wilts mine was constructed after a high-quality limestone deposit was discovered in the layers of stone that had been forming in the Silent Hill area for centuries. Originally a quiet rural village, Silent Hill saw a sharp increase in population as workers poured into the area, attracted by the booming mining industry. This economic growth transformed Silent Hill into a thriving mining town. Several mines around Toluca Lake were also excavated during this time. Today, the large ships that sail through Toluca Lake carry tourists, but back then they were coal transport vessels, moving resources from the mines. However, after after the Civil War broke out in 1861, resources dwindled and Silent Hill's golden age came to an end. Wilts mine was closed and many of the surrounding mines were also shut down. One explanation for this decline is the frequent accidents in the mines, which led to many residents to leave the town. Today, none of the mines in Silent Hill remain active, including Wilts Mine, but they are seeing a resurgence as sightseeing spots in the form of tourists to limestone caves, such as the revival of Silent Hill's tourism industry. The destination is second in popularity only to Toluca Lake. There are also tours where participants can learn and experience the history of the mines firsthand by seeing the mining tools and faculties. One tour that uses a modified mine train that had been in use is also a popular tourist attraction that has a unique spot in Silent Hill's travel industry. And then the forgotten hero, Patrick Chester. Unveiling the mysterious hero Patrick Chester. In Rosewater Park, in the Southville district, there stands a statue missing its head and arms. The statue is of Patrick Chester, a hero of the past. The statue's base is inscribed with the words, "He fought and died for the people, for liberty, and for all of our tomorrows." But who exactly was Patrick Chester? According to the records, Patrick Chester was a cavalryman who fought in the Civil War in 1861. He fought alongside his father, Edward Chester, and both were killed in a battle. Unfortunately, aside from the fact that they were from Silent Hill, much of the documentation about the Chesters has been lost. Why Patrick Chester came to be regarded as a hero remains unknown. However, the statue that still stands in Rosewater Park, depicting his upright and proud posture, suggests that his heroism during the Civil War was worthy of being remembered. And then we have the Civil War and Toluca Prison. Beneath the beautiful and misty Toluca Lake lies a hidden and dark past that few are aware of. This history is tied to the ruins of Toluca Prison, which housed prisoners during the American Civil War. In 1861, the Civil War broke out in the United States. President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation was a pivotal moment that sparked fierce conflict between the Northern Union and the Southern Confederacy. In 1862, a year after the war began, Toluca Prison Camp was built in Silent Hill to house prisoners of war. 3 years later, in 1865, after the war ended, the camp was converted into Toluca Prison. The exact location of Toluca Prison remains unknown. However, certain artifacts, such as rules of conduct for prisoners and drawings made by the inmates, have been discovered in the area that now houses the Silent Hill Historical Society. You even have an image of the rules. It's, the image of like a paper with the rules on it. It says Toluca Prison. New rules of conduct effective immediately. 1. Guards are to keep their distances from the prisoners at all times. 2. Any attempts of approaching the guards by the prisoners are to be met with immediate disciplinary action. And 3. Prisoners are to be confined to their cells until further notice. And there's drawings and whatnot. I remember seeing that image. It's a lot of prisoners, man. The museum also displays a mysterious painting titled Misty Day, Remains of the Judgment, which is thought to be related to the prison. And then you have an image of people in cages. I forget what those cages are called, but it's somewhere you put people So they actually sit in a cage out in the open, and it's like they're just there until they starve to death. And you have an image of Pyramid Head holding a spear, which is really interesting. The painting depicts a sinister figure with a pyramid for a head, surrounded by people believed to be prisoners hanging from nooses. The large spear held by the pyramid figure suggests he may have been the executioner at Toluca prison. Numerous other relics believed to be related to the prisoners have also been found near the museum, and further excavations are expected to uncover more details about the history of Toluca prison. That's incredible. I'm so excited to play that part because I thought that was one of the coolest parts, was going through the prison in the game, and just like the way that felt. And now we have another part of collected data, which is entitled "Understanding Silent Hill as a Tourist Destination Through Documents." And the first document is Silent Hill Tourism Pamphlet. Over the years, many tourist brochures and booklets have been created for Silent Hill as a tourist destination. Among them are some pamphlets that were printed in limited quantities and hold significant historical value. At the Silent Hill Historical Society, we are searching for tourist brochures of South Vale that were published in the 1960s. Below is one such pamphlet from the late 1960s, which was distributed more widely than earlier versions, making it somewhat easier to find in good condition today. However, earlier printed versions are extremely rare. If you recognize this pamphlet, please check the donation form on our website and consider contributing to our collection. It's really cool. It's just an image of a brochure. I'll post a link to it in the description of the stream once it's posted on YouTube. We also have the next article, which is Exhibit of Restaurants of South Vale. This exhibit looks back at the flyers and posters that were distributed and displayed in South Vale in the 1960s. Today we are highlighting flyers related to restaurants in the area. We have Andy's Pizza, poster for Andy's Pizza 1960s, and we have Happy Burger, price $2.99. You'll be lucky if you get a meal from any burger place nowadays for fucking $15.99. Advertisement for Happy Burger 1960s. Feel the craving? You just can't help it? Go for it. Happy Burger. What you need is what you get. Grand something to go. I don't know why it's an N instead of a B. A rare early poster of Happy Burger, date unknown. And then you have another advertisement. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the memories. Spill the beans over an honest cup of coffee. Neighborhood Cafe. Poster for Neighborhood Cafe, 1960s. And then Neighborhood Cafe. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the memories. Flyer for Neighborhood Cafe, 1960s. And then Spill the beans over an honest cup of coffee. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the memories. Poster for Texan Cafe, 1920s. Then we have an exhibit of Lakeside Amusement Park. This exhibit features flyers and posters that were distributed and displayed at the Lakeside Amusement Park in South Vale in the 1960s. That's really cool. You just don't see things like this nowadays, unfortunately. And then exhibit of Rosewater Park. This exhibit showcases flyers and posters from Rosewater Park, located along the shores of Toluca Lake in the South Vale, as they were distributed and displayed in the 1960s. The museum is seeking donations for Rosewater Park flyers, posters, and newspaper advertisements from that area. If you have any such materials, we kindly ask you that you consider donating to our preservation activities page. Note, we are currently not accepting donations. We have a picture of a gazebo, a bunch of flowers, and the lake in the background. Toluca Lake, enjoy almost 60 acres of a picturesque retreat. It's the perfect romantic getaway. Rosewater Park. Flyer promoting Rosewater Park's scenic appeal along Toluca Lake, 1960s. All right. And then the final article is list of featured articles. And so the first article in here is the revival of Silent Hill as a tourist destination. The revival of Silent Hill as a tourist destination. Let's take a look back at the development of Silent Hill as a tourist destination. The name Silent Hill first appeared in history around 1810. During these early years of the United States as a nation, convicts were transported to this area, and Silent Hill witnessed the establishment of a prison and hospital. As people began to gather, the village of Silent Hill emerged. As people began to gather, the village of Silent Hill emerged. This, combined with the increased demand for fuel during the Civil War, spurred the growth of the coal industry. The migration of miners further contributed to the development of Silent Hill as a mining town. However, this prosperous era did not last long. As mining activity increased, the town's coal resources were quickly exhausted. Most miners lost their jobs, and Silent Hill as a mining town fell into decline. But this marked a turning point for Silent Hill as the town shifted its focus to tourism centered around the vast and beautiful Toluca Lake. By the early 1900s, Silent Hill had gained a reputation as a resort town, blessed with a pleasant, cool environment, perfect for summer retreats. With the popularity of boat tours and the opening of amusement parks, the town's leisure facilities continued to grow. As a result, Silent Hill has remained a thriving tourist destination to this day. According to old legends, this area was once called the Place of the Silent Spirits, long before it became known as Silent Hill. It is believed that indigenous people worshipped spirits here, and a unique form of native spirituality took root in this sacred land. While it's true that Silent Hill developed thanks to the discovery of coal and its thriving lake-based tourism, the mysterious atmosphere and sacred energy of this place may be what soothes the hearts of those who visit the cities. What's interesting is I wonder if the lake had a current, or is only a river thing, because if that's the case, he could have just built the dam, and they would have, that would have been a thing. The rise and fall of the Toluca Lake cruise business. Toluca Lake, Silent Hill's largest tourist attraction, covers an estimated 60 acres. Its north shore is lined with the Paleville district, and the south shore is home to the Southville, making it a vast expanse of water. Many tourists who visited Silent Hill must have enjoyed watching the beautiful sunset over Toluca Lake during their stay. Silent Hill's tourism industry began in the early 1900s. Oh, I read this already. Never mind. Sorry about that. The artist Alan Smith and a waterside landscape. Alan Smith dates of birth and death unknown. As a 19th century artist known for his oil paintings and drawings, captured the sacred lands of America and the quiet, everyday lives of the people who live there. One of his most famous works, Waterfront Landscape, is based on Toluca Lake. The symbolic heart of Silent Hill, surrounded by mist and forest. Given the absence of human figures and buildings in the landscape, it is believed that Waterfront Landscape was painted in the 1820s. The work beautifully expresses the stillness and mystical atmosphere of Silent Hill and exemplifies the romanticist appreciation for nature that was prominent in Europe at the time. After the outbreak of the Civil War in 1861, Alan Smith disappeared, and little is known about him since. However, this painting suggests that he had a deep love for the vast American wilderness and a talent for capturing the lives of the people who lived peacefully within it. Waterfront Landscape is one of the few remaining works by Smith, and his artist value is highly esteemed. Silent Hill's entertainment district and nightlife. Silent Hill was renowned as quite a tourist destination. However, in the back alleys of West South Vale, there is an entertainment district that comes alive at night, catering to adult visitors, a cause of concern for local residents and tourism. Among the venues was Heaven's Night, the only entertainment venue in Silent Hill that was not mentioned in any tourist pamphlets. The theater could be accessed discreetly through an alley, allowing guests to enter without being noticed. It was designed this way because every night the venue featured risque pole dancing performances. Despite its notoriety, Heaven's Night was also known for its comfortable bar atmosphere, drawing not only tourists but also local residents who frequented the venue under the cover of night. Venturing beyond the back alleys of the entertainment districts, East Southville offers a mix of residential and commercial facilities where families and couples can enjoy themselves safely. Here you'll find Neely's Bar, a cozy establishment with a charming brick exterior, located across from the family-friendly fast food chain Happy Burger. The area is also home to several cafes and restaurants, making it an appealing place to stay in Southville for a variety of tourists. Some restaurants even offer delivery services, allowing you to enjoy freshly baked pizza from the comfort of your accommodations. Then finally, special feature, the Silent Hill Mystery Artifact Collection. This special feature explores the mysterious rumors surrounding Silent Hill. As a place shrouded in mystery, Silent Hill may very well be connected to otherworldly realms. The mystery of the Little Baroness. Yeah. Here we go. The mystery of the Little Baroness. The Little Baroness and its mysterious disappearance from Toluca Lake are well known to those fascinated by the occult, as the lake is famous as a haunted hotspot for curious visitors. Toluca Lake is one of Silent Hill's major tourist attractions, and lake cruises have long been popular with visitors. However, on a foggy day in November 1918, the Little Baroness disappeared with 14 passengers on board. Despite the efforts to locate the ship, no wreckage was ever found, and the case remains unsolved. The disappearance of the Little Baroness has since been intertwined with Toluca Lake's old legends, giving rise to many ghost stories. Locals have long whispered about seeing a young girl holding a teddy bear or feeling many hands pulling them on the foggy shores of the lake. And then we see a little engraving in a piece of rock. It states, "In memory of 67 who died of illness and now sleep beneath the lake." Interesting. According to one theory, these stories originate from an ancient belief that the souls of the many dead rest at the bottom of Toluca Lake, beckoning the living to join them. In 1939, another disappearance occurred. This time, the missing boat returned, but it was completely empty. This incident only deepened the fears surrounding Toluca Lake, and parents began warning their children to stay away from the lake when the fog rolled in. 75 years later, the disappearance of Little Baroness, numerous eyewitness accounts emerged of an old steamboat suddenly appearing on the lake. Some reported seeing a captain seemingly watching over a mother and child as the ship disappeared in the mist. A sight as eerie as it was bittersweet. Toluca Lake has always possessed a mysterious charm, and it's no surprise that such tales have persisted for so long. While some young students today view Toluca Lake's ghost stories as a material for videos and streaming, the lake has no shortage of eerie legends, like the ones you've covered here. Do any of them sound familiar to you? Alright, so let's collect the data. Now, I guess we'll go to staff. So we start out with the director, William S. Laver, born June 7, 1983. Alright, and here we go. Staff profile. Director, William S. Laver, born June 7, 1983. 2006 graduated from Northland Tech Institute of Humanities, Illinois. 2006 joined Silent Hill Historical Society. 2013 launched hands-on historical exhibits for local schools. 2017 spearheaded the digital archiving of valuable artifacts at the museum. 2019 took over as director from his predecessor Frank Anderson. I first visited Sun Hill long before I ever developed an interest in natural history. I was just 10 years old. My parents brought me here while on summer vacation, and when I saw the beautiful Toluca Lake, I think that was the moment I realized my destination was tied to this town. It wasn't until much later that I really grew interested in the place, a boy who loved nature. I was fascinated by Silent Hill's rich environment. The more I explored, the more I discovered its history, and the more it captivated me. I became completely enamored by this mysterious history-rich town, and now, after many years, I found myself in the unexpected role of preserving that very history. It's funny how life works. Now I have a family of my own, and just like my parents, I am bringing my children on summer vacations to this place I love so much. It's been nearly 20 years since I moved to Silent Hill, and my appreciation for this place keeps growing deeper. My mission now is to ensure future generations can understand and cherish what makes this town so special. Staff blog, September 3rd, 2021. The dream of digital archiving. At the museum, we're working hard to advance our digital archive project, and we've also been improving our website. We are expanding the staff pages so each member can have their own unique section. I hope visitors can get to know the team better and feel a stronger connection with us. And then November 23rd, 2021. How deep is your Silent Hill knowledge? Have you tried our Silent Hill test section on the website? If you get stuck on a question, be sure to explore our site thoroughly. You might find the answer hiding in a surprising spot. The test includes hand-picked questions from our most devoted staff members who love Silent Hill as much as you do. If you make it to the advanced level, we hope you'll visit the museum in person. And if you tell me you passed the test, I'll even give you a super hard bonus question. Interesting. Alright, we have the manager, Sarah Hendricks, born May 4, 1987. 2011, graduated from Novalis Global Graduate School, Public History and Museum Studies program. 2011, began working as a research fellow at Novalis Global Graduate School. 2013, completed fellowship at Novalis Global. 2014, interned at Silent Hill Historical Society. 2015, joined Silent Hill Historical Society. And then 2017, published thesis on the history of Toluca Prison. And 2020, promoted to manager. Hi there, I'm Sarah Hendricks, and I research the history and culture of Silent Hill. Let's play a little quiz. Do you know my favorite symbol? You can probably guess if you hear out what the letter between the N and H in Silent Hill has to say. Click the one you think is right. NTH. Staff log. September 4, 2021. The Mystery of Silent Hill. Have you read the columns on our site? I wrote the one about the Little Baroness. I hope you'll give it a read. October 19, 2021. All work, no play. Here's a sneak peek of what it's like to work at work. Meet Felix and Mabel. Both of them are incredibly dedicated to their jobs, and they have my full trust. December 17, dynamic duo planning events. Here's a behind-the-scenes look at our upcoming event. David is full of creative ideas, and Ethan has a knack for organizing them. Don't you think they make a great team? And then February 9, 2022, Guides to Make Everything Better. Here's Ruby, one of our museum guides. Her tours are super popular. If you want to join one, just ask at the front desk. And then May 25th, 2022 is the director of Rare Site. Oh, and don't forget about William. He's often out and about, so if you spot him at the museum, consider yourself lucky. January 6, 2023, mysterious lights on the lake. Something strange happened the other day. On my way home from work, I saw eerie lights floating on the lake. I was so shocked, I forgot to take a picture, and now I regret it. July 22nd, 2023, a perfect snapshot. I managed to snap a great pair shot. I am just saying, Felix, I'm cheering for you. January 23rd, 2024. The closing of an era. Recently, several shops along Neely Street have been closing down. I sure hope something trendy opens up soon so the area can return to the lively place it once was. August 18, 2024. Staff updates. It's been hectic with all the changes in staff recently. There may be some issues with the website for a while, but please bear with us. Fellow team members, if you have some time, please help Ruby with the website fixes. And now we have the staff. We start off with Mabel Grant, born October 30, 1992. 2013, volunteered at Citrina Art Gallery. 2015, graduated from the Department of Art History, Everest Academy. 2016, worked at Epic Legacy Museum, left in 2018. 2018, joined the Silent Hill Historical Society. I am responsible for repairing and preserving damaged artifacts. I also love sharing recommendations for great places to visit in Silent Hill. Staff blog, September 10, 2021. Brownies and coffee. Delicious. At Neighborhood Cafe, you can enjoy coffee that's roasted in-house. The brownies still go perfectly with it. And then we have November 2nd, 2021. Fluffy and adorable. Let me introduce you to my cat. This is Nala, my 3-year-old girl. And then April 20, 2022. Lunch with Sarah. Today I had lunch with Sarah. I got a sandwich to go from American Cafe. November 8, 2022. Shopping in Ashfield. I went out shopping in Ashfield on my day off. I was going to post a photo of my new clothes, but I changed my mind. I'm too shy to. January 25th, 2023. Snacks. Nala's in a great mood today, thanks to some new treats she got. And then September 8, 2023. Happy birthday. Last week we celebrated a co-worker's birthday after work with a cake from Gonzalez Restaurant. Happy birthday. I took the photo with a vintage camera. And then May 3rd, 2024. It's all about the donuts. Old Bakery Cafe's bread is so soft and fluffy, everything is good, but the donuts are definitely my top pick. August 6, 2024. Obsessed. Watching Nala play is so relaxing. Ruby gave her this toy as a gift, and she absolutely loves it. Now we have David Brady, born May 22nd, 1998. 2017, volunteered at Atlas Valley Historical Museum. 2018, volunteered at Helios History Center. 2019, volunteered at Falls Museum. 2020, graduated from the Museum Studies Program, River Heritage University. 2020, joined the Silent Hill Historical Society. 2021, launched regular history lectures. And 2022, started regular youth-focused talk events. I'm David, and I handle event planning here at the Silent Hill Historical Society. We regularly host events for all our visitors to enjoy. If you have an idea for an event, feel free to tell me directly. I'd love to hear it. Staff blog, October 9, 2021. Old Silent Hill. I enjoy jogging through the old town on my days off. It's so quiet and peaceful. And then February 25th, 2022. That was tough. The Alan Smith and Silent Hill exhibit just wrapped up. Thanks to everyone who came by. June 14, 2022. Bugs. Sarah must really be afraid of bugs. She freaked out when a moth flew inside and ended up hitting her back against her desk. Hope she's okay. July 16, 2022. Thanks, Felix. I accidentally messed with something I shouldn't have while updating this page. Luckily, Felix saved the day and fixed it. He's now handling all the updates. Honestly, I didn't even know how to upload photos, so I'm really grateful. July 27, 2022. Our director is not tech savvy either. Actually, Felix updates William's page too. The director is just as bad with tech as I am. October 12, 2022. Beef. Felix loves Big J's beef hamburger steak. We've already made plans to go there today. And then February 22nd, 2023. Watch out for crayfish claws. The exploring of Toluca Lake wildlife. exhibit is over. Mabel got her finger pinched by a crayfish and was in a bad mood the whole time. Be careful out there, folks. May 14, 2023. Thinking of a flower themed even. Mabel's favorite flower is the viola, and Ruby's is the dahlia. Dahlia Gillespie. I saw pictures and they both really suit them. July 28, 2023. We did it. The Experience Coal Mining exhibit is finally over. Thanks to everyone who came. It was tough. Preparing an interactive exhibit, but seeing visitors enjoy it made it all worth it. October 3rd, 2023. Go. Ethan has been studying Go recently. He tried to teach me the rules, but I didn't get it at all. Then we have December 6th, 2023. That's it. What's it like to have siblings? Mabel is living with her sister right now. I am an only child, so I'm kind of jealous of people with close siblings. And then February 23rd, 2024. Silent Hill is actually pretty creepy. Is Silent Hill Really Scary exhibit just wrapped up. This event was Sarah's idea. She's a big fan of the occult. I didn't think it would be so popular. We might even do a follow-up. And then July 6th, 2024. Can't run because of the rain. It's been raining so much lately that I haven't been able to run. I wish there was a gym near the museum. I'd go every day after work. A real runner doesn't worry about the rain. You just run through it. Ethan Nino Maya, born April 27, 1993. Staff member. 2014, studied Osaka Global Cultural University. 2016, graduated from the Department of Anthropology, Grand Summit University. 2017, joined the Sun Hill Historical Society. 2019, wrote a guidebook for elementary and middle school students. 2021, held workshops for students. I'm in charge of museum tours and educational programs. My goal is to make sure that people of all ages learn about the history of Silent Hill in a fun and accurate way. Since I'm a third-generation Japanese American, I also have a strong interest in Japanese culture. Staff blog, October 5th, 2021. Learning never goes to waste. Back in college, I studied education so I could be a teacher. Even though I ended up here instead, I am glad the things I learned are still coming in handy. January 7, 2022, a heavy history. We did a complete overhaul of the exhibits today. It was a lot of work, but we made it through. Here's the photo to commemorate. July 17, 2022, old school buddies. Felix and I went to the same high school. We were in different grades, but we often chat about the teachers and the graffiti on the school walls. December 23rd, 2022. Do you know Tochi Girl? My grandfather was born in Tochigi, prefecture in Japan. I'd love to visit the Nikko Toshogu Shrine someday. February 7, 2023. Cities of Japan. Here's a photo I took while studying abroad in Japan. I visited Kyoto and Nara. February 8, 2023. EMA from Japanese shrines. In Japan, here's something called ima, wooden plaques where you write your own wishes and offer them to the gods. Emma literally means picture horse in Japanese. Wonder where the horse comes from. October 13, 2023, a trip down memory lane. We stopped by our old high school the other day, so many tourists came flooding back. June 4, 2024. History is everything. I wanted to be a teacher so I could share my love of history with others. Even now, I'm always thinking about how to make learning about history more engaging for the people who visit. September 4, 2024. Practice makes perfect. I'm still studying education to make sure my explanations are always clear and easy to understand. Alright, and then finally we have Ruby Sinclair, born July 17, 1999. Staff member. 2021, graduated from the Museum Studies program, Reynolds University. 2021, joined the Sun Hill Historical Society. 2022, revised the museum's exhibit guidebook. In 2024, became here is the continuation and completion of Ruby's profile, and the blog entries. 2024, became the network administrator. Hi, I'm Ruby. I used to work as a receptionist and museum guide. Now I am the network administrator, managing the website updates and handling all our digital data. Nice to meet you. And here we have more from the staff blog. September 18, 2021. Thanks for the welcome party. In June, the team threw a welcome party for me. The staff here is super kind and talented. It is such a great place to work. Filming location, October 13, 2021. Did you know that a movie called Fading Light used the location in Silent Hill for one of its scenes? Try to spot it the next time you watch. February 25th, 2022. What's your perfect day off? For me, it's binge watching TV shows or movies while eating pizza. Nothing beats that. And then July 9, 2022. Finally, I recently got my driver's license. Having a car is so convenient. I love driving around Toluca Lake. And then September 11, 2022. Terrifying back streets. The back streets in Silent Hill are so narrow that I'm still too nervous to drive there. I almost scratched the brand new car. August 30, 2023. Favorite flowers at the front desk. Felix brought in some dahlias to decorate the reception area, asking, "How about these for the front desk? They are gorgeous and bring us much cheer. I hope our visitors like them too." Binge watching in the works. Yeah, so binge watching works. I'm currently obsessed with Mirage's suspense drama about a police officer. I'm trying to get everyone on the staff hooked on it too. August 2nd, 2023, stepping up. Starting in August, I'm responsible for managing the museum's website. There's a lot to learn, but with the support of my teammates, I'm giving it my all. August 14, 2024. Notice, broken links and underscore issue. To all staff, please stop trying to fix broken links by adding underscores. I am working on cleaning up the site, but if you find any pages that are still broken, let me know. And then September 4, 2024, excited. A new cake shop is opening near the museum. We are all planning to go there on opening day. I can't wait. So that's the staff, and that's pretty much everything. That's the entirety of the article. I had a great time reading all that, though. The game will release very soon, and I can't wait to play it and show it off to you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Enjoy all of it, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it so more people can watch the video and enjoy it. Thank you very much, and I can't wait until the game launches so I can show you everyone more. Thank you very much for watching.